Hey everybody, welcome to your daily inner workout with Dr. Jill. My name is Rebecca and we are here to show you how the BioCode system can transform your life one moment at a time. As we work through introductions to each of the BioCodes, today we are sharing with you BioCode 4. And BioCode 4 is called the Talk Codes because it is all about effortless communication. And this BioCode is a super change maker when it comes to improving conversations and relationships. So we're very excited to share a few tips with you today to help you get started. And how are you doing today, Dr. Jill?
Hey, Rebecca. So good to see you, and I'm so glad that we're here. We're going to share some communication skills because, you know, BioCode 4, I say this all the time, and I really mean this. BioCode 4 can change the world because it's such a powerful skill set where the biggest problem that we have on this planet is a breakdown of communication when people don't agree, or we don't see eye to eye, or we don't understand what the other person is trying to say. And it's because we were homeschooled in what's right or how to handle stressful situations. And because of this decentralized learning, and I came from Stanley and Diane from the Bronx and Brooklyn, and they had their right book, and your parents had their right book, and we all come to the table, and if it doesn't match, somebody's going to be wrong, and the conflict starts, right? And we start to get into that battleground of proving and protecting, justifying and defending ourselves because we feel we are right. So because we were homeschooled in how to communicate when things aren't going well, there's so much conflict, and we see it throughout the world on a daily basis. I mean, look, turn on the news right now, and all you're going to see is differences and arguments and the left and the right, because there's no centralized learning. But the cool thing about BioCode 4 is it's a universal language where it's going to give you the skill set to understand what somebody's really trying to say, regardless of how poorly they say it. That's right. They don't even have to say it right. And you will understand with BioCode 4 how to extract their true intention behind the dysfunctional or weaker words and translate it in your mind, and you're going to be able to take that weak language and put it out better than it came in. It is so freeing, liberating, and powerful because you will have such healthy conversations and people will feel heard. And that's a big gift. That's a big gift to give to somebody.
Yeah, I think you mentioned something really important there about intentions behind words, and that most of the time people are trying to communicate clearly, but it's kind of like a foreign language sometimes. Different words have different connotations, or we're coming at things from different ways. So how do we try to recognize that someone is trying to get their point across, and how can we give them some grace and help move the conversation along?
Well, here's how you can tell. So most people, when something doesn't go well, and I want you all to try to relate to yourselves and find this in yourself. We talk about what we don't want or what we don't like, right? We say like, I don't want you to talk to me that way, or you can't treat me that way, or they don't know what they're talking about, or that's not what I was saying, right? We talk about what we don't want, and we never learned how to ask for what we do want. So now the conversation comes in with what we don't want. I call them the NT words. An NT word is can't, don't, shouldn't, couldn't, not, right? Well, how in the world are we going to get what we want if we're always talking about what we don't want? So BioCode 4, the talk codes, teach us how to jump over the what we don't want, and behind it, hidden, way behind it is a true ask. It's an ask. And we're going to learn how to find that ask translate it in our head, and we're going to answer back as if they said it that way originally. It's so powerful. It's so much fun to do. It takes a little practice, but we could do it. So what we're going to start doing this week is I want you to catch NT words that you're saying don't, can't, not, shouldn't, couldn't. Maybe listen for NT words in other people and them saying like, oh, I can't do that, or you shouldn't have said that, right? People, you're going to hear it in epidemic proportions. You're going to hear more NT words now than you ever thought existed in your life. And when you find that NT word, whether you find it in yourself or you find it in another person, we are going to translate it. And here's a simple start. What I want you to do is where the words come from, right? Who said that NT word? Was it me? Was it you? Was it both of us? First thing I want you to do is return to sender with a smile. Give them back their words and understand that's not meanness. It's weakness. It means they never learned how to ask for what they want, so they complain about what they don't want. Like, could you imagine going to a restaurant, and let's just say life's here to serve us. We'll use another metaphor because you know me, I love metaphors, right? Let's just say we go to a restaurant and there's a big menu, right, plastered all over the wall. And the server says to you, oh, hello, what would you like? And you go, well, I don't want the turkey sandwich. I definitely don't want turkey. Like, oh, why would I want that? That server, right, would look at you like you're nuts and say like, all right, well, what do you want? I don't want the onion soup. Ew, who puts bread in soup? That's disgusting. The server would look at you like, what? Okay, well, what do you want? Okay, I'll have the Caesar salad and please put the dressing on the side. Here you go. We do that in all areas of life, except when communication breaks down, when we don't agree, when we don't see eye to eye. So we're going to, number one, catch our NT words and translate them. And then we're going to listen for other people's NT words, and we're still going to translate them. And we're going to put it out better. So we're going to catch our NT words, and we're going to use these three prefixes. I want, I'd like, or I prefer. So if somebody says, I don't like that, return to sender with a smile. Ask yourself, what are they really trying to say? I prefer. What's that?
They'd prefer something else.
They prefer something else. They would prefer something else. And I want you to answer it as if they said it that way originally. What if we answered it and I said, oh, well, what would you like? How would that feel, Rebecca?
It would feel great. You'd be interested in what I want.
Right. But if we did it the old way and you said, that's not what I want, I could go, I prove, protect, justify, or defend. I could say, well, of course that's what you want. I have the email. That's exactly what you asked for. You wrote it down. You texted it to me. This is right? No, we're not trying to prove anybody wrong. We're trying to gain understanding. Let's do another one for everybody just for fun, right? Rebecca, you are not listening. You hear the NT word? Where did it come from?
It came from you. So it belongs to you. So I'm going to translate into what you're trying to say. So if you're feeling like I'm not listening, it means that you want to be heard.
Exactly. And how would you answer back using this BioCode?
Maybe something like help me understand, or
beautiful.
Say it again. Yeah.
So beautiful. It removes all the tension, because what we do is we speak to the weaker words instead of trying to gain understanding. So this week, we're going to start BioCode 4. I want you to catch your NT words. I want you to translate them into what you'd like, prefer, right? Or what you want. And I want you to catch it and then try to put it out better than it came in. And remember, if somebody else is saying it poorly, it's not a sign of meanness. It's a missing skill set that we all should have learned day one that they didn't get. It's a sign of weakness, and we can help simply by understanding what they're really trying to say, regardless of how poorly they say it. And that's a gift that we'll keep on giving.
It really is a beautiful gift, and really helps us not take things personally when we recognize that someone is trying to communicate as best as they can with the tools that they have. So lots of grace here that really does help move everything forward. So a great workout for the week, Dr. Jill. Look for those NT words, everybody. You will be amazed how often they come up and how often they may even come out of your mouth. That awareness piece is huge. So thank you so much for joining us for your daily inner workout with Dr. Jill. Join us back here next time. Bring a friend to our social media, and also consider if you have a challenge that you'd like to work out live with Dr. Jill and I, and send your messages to us, and you could be a future guest on a Workout Wednesday. In the meantime, remember that an empowered life starts with you. So keep on working those moments, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.